All right, today we're diving into something called Advances in Corporate Governance. And look, I know what you might be thinking. Another academic journal. But this is different. This is a project that's been built from the ground up to fix a major disconnect, a problem that so many of us in the business world feel every single day.
At the very core of this whole idea is a problem I bet you'll recognize. This huge gap that exists between academic theory and what actually happens on the ground in business. But what if we could just flip that whole thing on its head? What if your practical, real-world, messy experience could actually start leading the theory, instead of always being the other way around? Now that is the really powerful question that's driving this whole thing. Okay, so you've got these two worlds, right? Over here, you have academia. It's all about theory, research, peer review. And over here, you have the front lines of business, all about practical challenges and those hard-won insights. The problem? So often, they're operating in completely different solar systems. As one of the journal's founders put it, we do see academia going one way and practice going another way. This journal is being built to finally bring them together. So how do you fix a gap like that? Well, you've got to build a bridge. And that is exactly what Advances in Corporate Governance is all about.
And this bridge is meant to be a platform for what its chief editor, Professor Senior, calls collective intelligence. It's a fantastic term. Just imagine a space where a CEO's practical wisdom, a director's strategic insights, and an academic's structured research can all mix together to tackle the same problem. That's the idea, to create something way bigger than what any one of them could do alone.
And you should know, this has some serious weight behind it. We're talking about a partnership between the Good Governance Academy and the powerhouse Wits Business School, all hosted on the global AOS publishing platform. And the mission is so clear. Make business better by sharing knowledge from people on the ground, all around the world. Now, here's one of the most important parts of the whole project, how it's published. It uses a model called open access. So let's take a second to break down what that really means for you. So what in the world is open access? You know, it's actually incredibly simple. It means all the research, all the insights, everything is available online to anyone, anywhere, for free. No crazy subscription fees, no hitting a paywall. The knowledge is just open. Think about the old way of doing things, where the most important knowledge is locked away behind these super expensive paywalls that only big institutions can afford. Open access completely shatters that. It means the ideas shared in this journal can actually get out there and make a real difference, reaching the biggest audience possible.
And for anyone who's ever thought about publishing their ideas, this part is huge. You know that fear of signing away your work? Well, listen to this. With this model, the copyright always stays with you, the author. You are sharing your knowledge. You are not handing over your intellectual property. That is a game changer.
Okay, so right about now, you might be thinking, this sounds awesome, but publishing in a journal, that feels a little intimidating. I get it, but let's walk through the process, because it's honestly been designed to be incredibly supportive, especially for practitioners who've never done this before. You have options here. Yeah, you can submit original research, but check out the other types. A review article is basically a perfect way for someone in the business world to write about the challenges they face every day. And an editorial? That's for you to share your expert opinion. You have to remember, you are the expert on what's actually happening inside your organization. And here's the part that should make you feel a lot better. You are not being thrown to the wolves here. As Dr. Jenica Goban from Wits Business School says, the editorial panel is there to help you. They will actually give you recommendations to guide your article and make sure your insights shine. And getting started is surprisingly easy. It's really just 3 steps. First, you get a free AOSIS ID. It's like a unique ID for authors. Second, you register on the AOSIS platform. And third, you just follow their super simple checklist to upload your article. That's it. And what if you get stuck? Well, there's a support team on standby. You can email them, you can even call them. The whole goal here is to make it as easy as possible for you to share what you know. So all of this is building up to a really special moment, a unique opportunity. Because right now, this isn't just another call for papers. It's an invitation to become a founding author and help get this entire journal off the ground. And this whole launch phase, this critical moment, it all comes down to one single number: 10. It might not sound like a lot, but believe me, right now, 10 is everything.
So what is the deal with the number 10? Why does it matter so much right now?
Because 10 is the magic number. The journal has to publish 10 of these foundational articles before it can even apply for official indexing and accreditation. Without those first 10, it's stuck. It is literally the first domino that has to fall for everything else to happen. And here is where you can have a massive impact. The goal is to get those first 10 articles in by August 2025. That allows them to apply for indexing the very next month. So by contributing now, your article could literally be one of the 10 that unlocks this entire future.
And to make this opportunity just impossible to pass up, check this out. For those first 10 foundational articles, the publisher is sponsoring all the publication fees. That means for founding authors, it is 100% free to publish. Zero cost.
And are you wondering if your expertise is a good fit? Just look at this list. The scope is intentionally really broad, from digitization and sustainability all the way to leadership and culture. Honestly, if your work touches any part of modern corporate governance, they want to hear from you.
So let's end on this thought. Your job, your experience, it has given you a unique perspective. You've got these hard-won insights that you're just not going to find in a textbook. And for corporate governance to actually evolve, it needs to hear those stories. So the only question left is, what story will you tell?